What's going on, y'all? So what's going on, y'all, girl? Listen. I hope y'all been having a good time. I really do. I know this is late, but for those who've been keeping up, you guys know that I was on vacation. So I was on vacation. I was down in the New Orleans, you know what I'm saying? Bondi. Ma'am, it was not my fault. The only reason why we ain't linked up is because it was my sister trip. That's just it. My sister didn't, girl, we'll talk later. But the next time, yeah, definitely, you know. So there's that. It's a backstory. But anyway, yes, I was down in New Orleans. And if you didn't see the video when I did it up in the hotel, but basically, you know, I had a great time. I really, really did. I feel like I've only been a few places in the United States of these Americas. You know what I'm saying? I've been to Atlanta. I've been to Philly. I've been to Beverly Hills. I've been to Florida, okay, Orlando and all of that stuff, whatever. But, you know, now I put Indiana and put New Orleans on the list. And I must say that New Orleans probably took my heart. New Orleans probably took my heart. You know what I'm saying? It was just the most peaceful. It was like I was in another country within this whole United States of these Americas. I said, oh my God, look at this. Girl, listening to the street performers and everything and the street artists. I was supporting black businesses down there. So, you know, I got me this little apron. It's this shop on, is it in the French Quarters? And they do like cooking ingredients and, you know, they have different candles and stuff. It's like a whole pantry in the back, you know what I'm saying? Like authentic Louisiana seasonings and cooking things or whatever. We was up in there. I got a little apron. I got a I got some, what is it? Bourbon Street candles. I got the weirdest thing that I probably, or the most randomest thing is the, what is it? Cafe du Monde. Girl, y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. Mind you, my sister said it's Cafe du Monde. Girl, you know exactly what it is. I got a beach towel from there. Am I going to anybody beach anytime soon? Absolutely not. I just saw something that I want, and I got a bag from them. And I got a, you know, like a little tumbler from them as well. So, you know, I just be seeing stuff and I be like, I want that, I want that, I want that. Whether it makes sense or not, I want them to be known that I was down here and I'll be back, you know. Shout out to the hotel again, St. Marie. St. Marie was cute. She was a cute thing. I ain't even gonna lie. She was a cute thing. It was a little bit too many white folks there for me, but these senior citizens ass white folks, you know, I don't like to talk about people like that. But girl, the people's really made me mad when we went on that bus tour. Okay, next time when we come down there, we gonna have to stay where the niggas at, cause I wanna be where the niggas are. Okay, I just we gonna have to stay there. We literally stayed in the tourist part of, like, I guess that was the main tourist part of Louisiana, in New Orleans. And I'm saying, girl, we been there, done that. The only time we gonna come back down there is for Mardi Gras or whenever it comes or whatever. But I gotta stay with the black folks at. It was too many in it again. I said, what is going on? Because when I tell you, it was nothing but older white people. When we did that tour bus and we was doing a tour of the city, we went towards the end. We went to what is it? We went past Xavier, you know, University, and the bus driver, who was a white guy, he was talking about how Xavier University is one of the top HBCUs for black students and one of the top colleges in the country, like one of the #1 colleges in the country that has the #1 like medical school for black students or whatever, and they turn out a lot of black doctors, giving all these accolades about the HBCUs and all this stuff. And them old white people that was on that bus couldn't care less. A couple of them I know for sure, at least one was a little racist. Okay, and I was just like, oh my God, they literally was just like, girl, please. I said, you gonna get this. See, White people don't like to acknowledge the fact that black people out here doing this. Older ones, okay? Some of the older ones. Let me clear that up. And then they also don't like to acknowledge the fact that, yeah, your lineage, 9 out of 10, own slaves too. And if you could have it, you'll probably still be doing it. I'm just saying, because that's the fever and the flavor that I was getting the whole time. And mind you, it wasn't from the white folks that was living down there. It was from the white tourists. I don't know what the hell that was about. But baby, it was about something, and then sit right with my spirit. Girl, let me tell you the dumb stuff that I did though. We went to the Court of Two Sisters, right? Now let me tell you, I ain't never had this happen. Girl. So once we got finished, it was like a little buffet style. And I am so glad that Ashley kept herself together. Because when I went to my mama's house, after we came from the waters, we went right to my mama's house or whatever. Girl, I found out I lost 10 pounds. I said, what, bitch? I was tired as hell. Girl, it was hot as shit down there. It was hot as a frog's ass down there. I was really confused. I said, damn it, bitch. If it's like this at the beginning of May, if it's 80 plus degrees outside at the beginning of May, and humid like a motherfucker, what the fuck y'all summers be like? Y'all be deaf. I know it be hot as death down there. God damn. But see, for some reason this time it was manageable. Like, it really didn't get to me. But we was at the Court of Two Sisters and we was eating. And after we got through eating or whatever, the waiter, Mr. Robert, he came over with these little cups. And they was like little cups. Okay, I was like, what the fuck is this? And it had water and a lemon in there. I was like, what is this? I had touched and it was warm water. And we was a little confused. At least I was a little confused. And we had to ask. I did not know they give us stuff so we can wash our hands. I said, what? This is nice. I said, girl, etiquette like a motherfucker. Cause I actually didn't know. I'm sitting here looking at it like, what are we supposed to do with this? I ain't never been in no restaurant where you had to. I said, what? I feel so stupid. But anyway, yes, girl, we had a good time. Then I went to my mom's for a couple of days. Got back yesterday. Could have did this yesterday, but my sisters came over. Girl, they had some stuff to go to where my sister was visiting a friend out here. So they stayed over here. They just left when I went to work. So that's why y'all getting this stuff now. But yes, I enjoyed myself. Shout out to everybody in the New Orleans. Okay. With y'all prowlings and y'all crayfish. What is it? Crawfish? Girl. I guess. Anyway. Girl, let's just get into it because BBL Drizzy. BBL, these motherfuckers. Girl, it's been quiet this whole time since I've been back. All of a sudden, here we go. I don't know. BBL Drizzy brought it up. Let me just tell you this. While I was away, I was keeping up with the mess, okay? Now, this whole situation that's been going on between Kendrick and Drake, let me just tell you this and let me be clear. I don't dislike Drake. I just feel like Drake is corny as hell. That's just how it is. See, y'all, some of y'all was introduced to Drake when he became Drake, okay? I was introduced to Aubrey Graham when he was Wheelchair Jimmy on Degrassi, okay? You know, when Rick shot him in his back. Girl, that was so messed up. I had to give it to you, boy. That was so messed up. And truth be told, I always wonder how come Drake didn't venture off into acting, you know, be a dual, you know, career person like, you know, a LL Cool J who do rapping and acting, or Queen Latifah do rapping and music at the same time. Well, music and acting at the same time. I never thought, I thought he would venture out. He's a good actor. I have to give him that. But, you know, anyway, a mess. I'm gonna need the boys to calm it down. I know we ain't been hearing nothing much besides shooting over there at Drake's place out there in Canada. Two times. Baby, honestly, I don't feel like it has anything to do with this beef. I know people was trying to throw it out there and say, you know, it's a possibility because Kendrick and all this stuff, whatever, woo. Girl, nah, somebody just rolled past and shot a security guard in the chest. Pray for the security guard. I know he's doing better. I guess he in intensive care, but he doing better. Then somebody else got shot or something else happened for a second time. Baby, It's a lot of mess that I really don't feel like getting into, but we're gonna talk about a couple of things, okay? These little diss songs. Now I was sitting up in here when he dropped Family Matters. Okay. Me and my sister was sitting on the couch right over there, right? On Friday. Nope, Saturday. All right. We just talking kiki and whatever, looking at the YouTube and all that stuff. I'm scrolling on my phone. The next thing I said, oh, Drake them dropped the song finally. You know, because the last one that we seen was, you know, the 616 LA. Okay, from 616 in LA from Kendrick. Now, see, Kendrick had the cover art. Y'all got to get into the cover art. I wasn't into it at first, but then I'm looking, I'm like, oh, this is crazy. People saying that it was a suitcase from Drake that somebody found or whatever, and it had his Ozempic medication, his medication for this, and, you know, receipt for this, and the Maybach gloves, and all this stuff. Woo, woo, woo. Shirts, girl, who gives a shit? Okay? Allegedly it's his, right? Meanwhile, you know, on the 616, Kendrick Lamar said exactly how this motherfucker was going to respond. And he did exactly that. He came out with Family Matters. I ain't gonna lie. It was cute. It was cute. It was a good effort, Drake. Okay? I'm not no hater. It was a good effort. I was like, oh shit, Kendrick. You know, Drake may got a little something. What's good? What's good? Baby, we trying to get this all into our brains, you know, because I'm like, you talking about this man been non-faithful, which I'm pretty sure he done said before, talking about, you know, that he alleged allegations of abuse in the relationship. He be putting hands on people. Listen, at this point in time, given all the stuff that's been going on in this industry, in this world, I don't put nothing past nobody, okay? So, hey, it may or may not be true. And if it comes out to be true, am I going to be like, oh my God, I cannot believe Kendrick, you would do that? Absolutely the fuck not. I'm going to be like, see? That's all. Like, you fucked up for that. You know what I'm saying? Then talk about, you know, who might need to DNA test them kids. Girl, listen. You get that. Drake's song was out for a good 30 minutes. I couldn't even fully digest it, okay, before all of a sudden I refreshed my timeline, and next thing you know, Meet the Grams is out. I said, huh? What is this? Girl, Kendrick put that song out, and he literally went down the line, person by person. Dear Dennis, dear Adonis, dear, this the mama name Shannon or Sharon or whatever the fucking mama name is. No shade, no offense to the mama. But the main thing that really stood out to me on that, y'all may not have, you know, y'all probably forget it, but and y'all probably like other parts. But I was stuck on the part where he said, dear Miss Shannon or whatever the mama name is, called her by her name and said, you know, I hope your son die. What? Excuse me? Why would you tell that lady by name that you hope the person that she gave birth to dies? I said, oh my God, y'all gotta be careful with the words. We'll talk about that in a second. On the one hand, I am not mad at none of the things that was put out, okay, because it is hip hop. Just like with the Nicki and Megan, yeah, we could say that, you know, Nicki went a little bit far talking about some, you know, lying on your dead mama, dig up your mama, all that stuff. That was kind of fucked up, but at the end of the day, when you're doing beefs, it's not about being cute. It's not about being cautious. You doing any and saying anything to make that shit stick and make it hurt and make it memorable. So that's exactly what Nicki did. So hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I mean, by the laws of a hip hop beef, she didn't do nothing wrong. It was fucked up in the sense, moral sense, but in the laws of the hip hop beefs, she ain't do nothing wrong in the diss. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, you gotta apply, since I feel that way, and I love me some Megan, that, I mean, it is what it is. This is what happened, but we'll get into that in a second too. So when all of this stuff coming out about allegations of abuse, allegations of, you know, Drake having a second child, a daughter that's 11 years old, baby, I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, because the person that told me did not say I couldn't say anything, but they didn't say I could. But I'm going to just say this because they watch. I'm not going to get no names. All I'm gonna say is it's a possibility that what Kendrick said is not being pulled out of thin air. I know people keep on saying, it's a lie, it's a lie, it's a lie. Drake is denying it. Of course, he's gonna deny it. Now, I don't know these people personally. I don't know nothing about them. But the person that told me this, I really don't feel like she lying. The alleged baby mama, she's cool with, she texts with, she sees, and was supposed to have been to the girl's birthday that was on the day all this shit dropped. The birthday party was either that day or the day after. So the little girl 12 years old now, okay? This alleged little girl is 12 years old. And he knows, allegedly. I'm saying alleged about all of this stuff. I've seen some stuff that, in my opinion, Drake, you got some goddamn explaining to do. You got some goddamn explaining to do, okay? Like that, bitch, the little girl got access to every place, okay? Plus, I'm not gonna put the mama out there because I don't, she ain't done nothing to deserve all this shit. But, yeah, it's a possibility that what is being said, I'm gonna just say it's a possibility that just what's being said is 100% true. I ain't gonna say 100% true, but it's some truth to something, from what I saw, okay? I said, damn, and I seen a lot of shit, bitch. But anyway, don't take my word for it. I said alleged. Okay? Y'all ain't nobody gonna come off my ass, alright? But also, that whole thing about he said, girl, the thing is, right after that came out, everybody was, oh my God, Kendrick, oh my God, Kendrick. Bitch, next thing you know, he drops Not Like Us. I said, God damn it. Kendrick just would not let this motherfucker breathe, okay? I mean, foot on neck, on throat, on stomach, on chest. I just said, damn, okay? That Not Like Us. Say OVO. I said, wait a minute, we really going off about a song where somebody is being called out as being a pedo. I literally seen tweets that said Drake was winning this because he was putting out songs. Because when he put out, what was the song? Push-Ups or whatever. Or was it Family Matters? I think it was Family Matters. One of those. When he put out one of his songs, it was something that you can kind of like have radio play. You could dance to in the club or whatever. And so, people was having issue with the fact that, Kendrick keep putting out all these songs or whatever. And it don't really, whatever. Because it ain't got nothing to dance to. So he put this one out. Now we dancing to it. Motherfuckers was crip walking and all that shit. I said, I know the West Coast is going up. The West Coast is going up. Because I instantly was like, I didn't even hear the words at first. I'm listening to the beat. I said, oh no, let me go back and listen to the shit. Next thing you know, was talking about pedophiles and, all of this pervertedness and everything. And here's my thing about this. So, Kendrick about to get his first real number one hit on his own from a diss track to Drake, which is kind of sad in itself that he's been this far in his career, but at the same time, it's really not because he has not been trying to, that's not his goal in music. Like, he's not one of those artists that's going to release a music album like every year or every other year. He does it on his own time because, again, like he already said in his diss tracks, he's not out here for the fame. He got his Pulitzer Prize, and he jumped. Like, we ain't seen him in a minute. And then all of a sudden this came out, right? So, again, when it comes to this beef situation, I am not mad at, I know people like, we encroaching territories, y'all making it too personal, whatever. What is it supposed to be about? If we beefing with each other, I'm supposed to do surface shit. I'm supposed to, do some fake shit to make people laugh and all this stuff. When you're beefing with somebody, just like when you have an issue with a regular person and y'all about to fight, y'all get into an argument, you gonna say any and everything to fucking sting that bitch and make it hurt. That is the same thing what a hip-hop rap beef does. I don't know if these are new people that are coming out and not understanding that. You unload the clip. You unload every ammunition that you have. Sometimes you keep that bitch in the chamber and you wait for the right moment. Sometimes you just offload everything. Okay? That's what's going on. So we not finna just getting on ring around the rosy, pocket full of posy ass, back and forth. Now we gonna go for the fucking jugular. Okay? That's what hip-hop beef is. And if you ain't got the stomach for it, baby, this ain't the thing for you. You couldn't survive back in the 90s. You couldn't survive back in the 80s, bitch. Some of the shit that went on back then before my time, I said, y'all was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Y'all was a little crack. But it's entertainment to me. Okay. Do I think any of these people are going to fight each other? Absolutely not. Do I think they wanted to go that far? I know at least one person probably don't. Because they can't fight. I don't believe Drake can fight. He can have people fight for him. Okay? We know Kendrick kind of like gang affiliated a little bit, associated, affiliated, whichever one you want to call it. So I just don't want to encroach into that territory. I just wanted to stay in the booth. What I will appreciate is the fact that, bitch, these motherfuckers were coming out with shit back to back, especially Kendrick. I ain't never seen nobody do no shit like that. I said, this motherfucker just put out a fucking song and you put out a song 30 minutes later responding to that song. I said, oh, wow, what is going on? How did you do this? Where you getting your information? He already said it's a mole in your account. And then when Drake comes out with the Heart Part 6 and basically trying to, talk about the allegations of the pedophilia and all this stuff and being a predator. And then trying to basically say, we set this up. We put that information out there so that you can bite it and you took the bait. Like, come on, let's stop playing. Stop playing. Nobody believes that. And if you believe that, you are a little off. I'm not going to say anything else negative. You are a little off and you're probably in your standship. I don't stand for neither one of these, but I do like them. I like him for the most part. I'm not going to lie. Drake is corny as hell. He can be funny. I dislike a lot of the things that he has done, especially starting at B, talking and throwing shots at Megan and other people. I do not like the way that he throws shots at the women that he previously had either sexual relationships with or, in relationships with, because it's over, whatever. The way that he does Serena Williams, the way that he does Megan, the way that he does whoever else, Rihanna. Okay? And it's just like, you're corny as hell and you're lame as hell for that. Like, get over it. Okay, you're a whore. You're a whore. I just don't see Drake settling down no time soon. So why are you upset that you don't have these women no more when you moving on to the next? You know what I'm saying? I just don't get it. But speaking of that, Drake, we're not buying it that you set this up or you put that information out there. Why would you put information out there that you're a pedophile so that he can take it? Why would you even want that to be out there? Mind you, this opened up the floodgates for a lot of shit to come out and people to tell their experiences and for people to do deep dive background search on Drake and finding old clips of him saying stuff and old clips of him in concerts with underage people and all of this stuff, and people saying how he was basically another R. Kelly, in a sense, out there going and having teenage girls at his house and all this stuff, whatever. I can't say it ain't true because I wasn't there, but I just feel like some of this stuff probably ain't no lies, okay? And Drake didn't do himself no favors when it came out that he was texting Millie Bobby Brown. That little girl, is it Millie Bobby Brown? Yeah, that little girl, 11 from Stranger Things. I remember seeing that shit in real time. And I was so confused. I said, she like 14, 13 years old or something like that? Or probably even younger. Why is she texting and having a whole conversation with a grown-ass man? What the fuck is going on with that? And then talking about something, oh, we just text about boys. He gave me advice about boys or whatever. What? And then you saying, I missed you and all that stuff. What? You want to know what that reminded me of? Y'all seen the documentary Quiet on Set. Remember that one girl who mama let her have that email correspondence with that grown-ass man and she was like 11, 12 years old? Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? I said, I don't understand what was going on with that. What do you have to do with a little girl, okay? And y'all, hell no. He fucked himself with that one, okay? And ever since then, people been looking at him sideways and people coming out about stuff or whatever. But at the end of the day, I just want to say this. I really feel like, it's one thing, Kendrick, you not exempt either, because it's like, I know y'all was cool at first and then y'all became uncool, and now all of a sudden it's, let me call this motherfucker out for being a predator, for being a pedophile and all this stuff or whatever. But yeah, you work with this person and you was once cool with this person, and you wait till y'all get into this big beef right here to throw that all out there. That says stuff about you too, because you didn't come forward and say anything back then. You know what I'm saying? But hey, that's how the industry works. Now, I was also seeing things where, you know, people was trying to say, and I seen this video where, what's her name? Paige Christie? She's a UK YouTuber, and she do these deep dives, and her latest video was on the whole Drake and Kendrick beef, but more so deep dive about Drake a little bit. And she was saying, and I seen people say this, they accrediting all of this coming out to Megan Thee Stallion, in a sense that she popped it off with the Hiss record, right? And you know, she was saying it's a possibility now that you listen to all of these songs put together, and the things that Kendrick was saying, that Megan really wasn't even dissing Nicki Minaj. She was really dissing Drake throughout the whole record, right? And the whole pedo situation, Megan's Law, okay? And I mean, when you go back and you listen to some of the songs, some of the lyrics or whatever, I can understand where people can get that from. But at the same time, I really do feel like, I don't think that whole song was about just Drake. I think it was about multiple people. And like she said on The Breakfast Club, when it was coming out, she said hit dogs will holler, even if it's not about them, but a hit dog will holler. So could that mean that Megan's Law line was a hit dog hollering for Nicki and it really wasn't for her and it was about Drake? Or was it really for her? I honestly think it really was for Nicki. Okay? I do know that, especially that posted up in another nigga's hood and like a bad bitch, that definitely was for Drake. And, you know, talking about BBLs and you got the scars and all that shit, that definitely was for Drake. You know, and the whole last line, I know it was for Drake and everybody else who was going to, you know, against her and all that shit. So, yeah, I don't necessarily think that the whole song was about just Drake. It was about multiple people, and for the people that it was about, it hit them, and that's why we got the response that we got. But all of this, I just know that the weekend discourse was just on fire. Rick Ross at one point was a part of this. I'm gonna need him to just sit down. It's embarrassing at this point. He was the comedic relief in this, all of this, but we don't even care about him. When he put out his little diss track, baby, I didn't even bother to listen to it. Kanye tried to put something out. Girl, ain't nobody want to listen to that. We ain't even, what? Go back to doing what you was doing, okay? Playing with your teeth and having your girl walk out butt naked. That's what you do, okay? We don't care about nothing else. Metro Boomin, he put some shit out. Well, he the one that put that BBL Drizzy. Yeah, that shit is funny as hell. He let that shit go up and let motherfuckers put their own verses to it. I have heard so many different versions of BBL Drizzy. I literally just seen somebody at their wedding come out to their reception to greet their their people, their guests, to BBL Drizzy. I was just like, what the fuck? So all of the seriousness just became very comical when this song came out. Listen, it ain't that deep for me. Well, it ain't deep at all for me. I just like it because it's real hip hop. I was tired of the women going back and forth. Girl, I'm just when the women go back and forth, it's not even fun. I don't know, because it just became, we know that it's filled with so much hate at this point, and it's just like, oh my God, what are you doing this for? Can we stop? We just know that. And I mean, I guess Kendrick probably do hate Drake, but we probably really don't know that. But then again, he did say, I hate the way you look, I hate the way you act, I hate the way you talk. I guess, you know. And people try to call Kendrick out again. You know, Drake even tried to call him out. You talking about me being half white, but yet you got kids and got a mixed race girlfriend or whatever. It's not necessarily about him being half white. It's about him not really having a black identity. Like, he don't know who he is. like he cosplay his blackness. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you want to act gangster, you want to act G, but you grew up in suburbia around a whole bunch of white people, white Jewish people. No shade about the Jewish, but I'm just saying that's where you came from, right? So you're cosplaying a lot of things. And when Kendrick said that motherfucker went down to Atlanta and colonized it because Drake said, you get up on these songs trying to rap like an activist, like you about to free the slaves. And I'm just sitting here like, God damn, you fucked yourself right there. You messed yourself up right there when you said that. Like, come on. Come on. That's exactly what he was talking about. And you just don't understand what it is to really be black. Sometimes that's what he was talking about. And then you talk about something, that was the wrong move. But at the end of the day, we got a lot of discourse. I know a lot of people probably put up a lot of videos. A lot of people probably got a lot of money off of it. And we got people that expose themselves. DJ Vlad, I just don't understand why he's still still here. And at the end of the day, I really do understand, because you got people that we don't even really know or don't know at all that's going to go to him for an interview just to get their face out there. And he really has no morals about it. Like, who the fuck is this person that you interviewing? We don't know. And it puts them out there, I guess, when probably no other outlet would. So that's why he's going to still be here, no matter how much we try to say, cancel him. Because the way that he went on that tirade, because this Twitter user named Morgan Jenkins told him, you know, because he put out a tweet saying that the song, Kendrick's last song, Not Like Us, is not mixed all the way well, or something like that. And she quote tweeted him and said, you know what, stay out of black folks' business, okay? You're white, stay out of black folks' business, or something like that. And he got upset in his feelings and talking about stuff. So this is how a professor from Princeton would talk. How would your employer think about it? I'm going to, as soon as Monday comes, I'm going to call your employer and all this stuff and woo. He went straight Karen on her, for real. We have had multiple instances, and sometimes some of us have told some people, stay out of our black business on Twitter, social media, whatever. I've done it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to sit here and say that I haven't. I've done it. But at the same time, I don't like Vlad. I really do think he's the fast, and he's a culture vulture. You know what I'm saying? And I just don't understand how he's still in our space. But I just explained why. But how he's so popular in our space, you know? And yeah, maybe she didn't have to say that, but at the same time, he didn't have to respond trying to, you know, if you want to be a part of the culture, you want to be a part of hip hop, you want to be all up in our shit or whatever, you literally turned in what you are, a white person, and you turned into a Karen by threatening to call this girl's job up at Princeton University just because she said that you need to stay out of black folks' business right about now, because that's what it was at this point. Even though this was something that everybody is talking about, but because people have such a disdain for DJ Vlad, that's probably why it came out like that. We've already said, you know, we don't understand why he's still here. So it was a lot of us that really wasn't upset at what Miss Morgan said. Then come the fuck to find out, Morgan is Darkchild, Rodney Jerkins. That's his niece. I said, what? And then he going on, DJ Vlad going on retweeting people, whatever. And then he making it seem as if, yeah, you know, even her uncle will probably agree and all this stuff, whatever. And I'm like, why are you speaking for him? And ain't no way in hell, even if he does agree, he not going to get online or tell you in private or whatever that, yeah, what you were saying is correct or whatever, just to be on your side. Hell no. He going to take up for his niece if he have to. That's his fucking family. Family over everything, bitch. Who the fuck are you? And it just kept going on, which caught on like wildfire. And everybody, their mom was trying to get that nigga trying to get that man out of here. You know what I'm saying? All up until first he was like he put out a tweet on Monday saying, after further consideration, you know what? You know, I still feel the way that I feel, but I ain't gonna call that lady job. We was like, what? So you did all this just to do that, and then because it just kept coming, the backlash, she finally put out a tweet talking about some, and further looking at realization, I was wrong, I shouldn't have did that, shouldn't have threatened, and all this shit. Bitch, don't nobody care. The damage is done, okay? The damage is fucking done. I'm gonna tell y'all something. um when certain things, black people are a part of our culture. Everybody else, no shade, y'all just visitors. Y'all just guests sometimes, and sometimes y'all uninvited guests. Okay, so if a black person tell y'all, just stay out of black people business for a minute, just do that for a minute. We'll let you back in for a second, but give us our time so we can just have this thing. And don't take it personal, okay? Don't take it personal. Y'all being everything else, don't take it personal, okay? We'll let you back in when it's time. We ain't really telling you you can't come in. We just saying, baby, let us have this for right now, okay? Let us come together as a community right now. Anyway, but yeah, this weekend was a mess. And then also, I found out about this. We go from that to this senior airman, Roger Fortson, who got shot 6 times by the police because the police came to the wrong door. And he came to his door after they knocked 3 times. I guess when he heard the first knock, he really didn't hear that they said that they was from the sheriff department or the whatever. And he went to go get his gun, right? And so he had a gun that was licensed to him, that was legal. And it's like, I wasn't expecting anybody who was banging on my door like this, because when they said knock 3 times, it was like in succession like that, right? 3 knocks, 3 in 3 rows in a row. So as soon as he opened up the door, he did have the gun in his hand, but he didn't have it raised. He had it by his waist, down, dangling. And he was like, what's going on? And next thing you know, they shot him 6 times. He did not, in my honest opinion, I understand that, coming to the door with a gun or a weapon or whatever may seem like maybe to a cop that, oh, this is a threat or whatever. But in my honest opinion, the only time I would have felt like that was a threat if he would have actually come to the door and had it rose like he was about to start shooting. And his arm never rose up. His arm was straight by his side. Like he was barely holding the freaking gun. And he was entitled to do that. Okay? Maybe he did not hear them say that it was the sheriff department. And even so, y'all went to the wrong fucking house. This man is killed. 23 years old, I believe. The wrong fucking house. And it's given very much like another Breonna Taylor. And I just don't want it to go that way. I don't want it to go that way. Because this happened like either last week or a couple of weeks ago or whatever. And we're just now hearing about it. And nobody really has been charged with this, right? And it's just really fucked up. It's really fucked up. And they got Benjamin Crump on the case. Girl, something about Benjamin Crump just don't sit well with me. I'm going to leave that alone. That's neither here nor there. But I just feel like, I pray for that family. I pray for the family. I saw the press conference and the mama was holding this picture and just could not stop crying. And I'm so tired of hearing about things like this. And then it just goes to show you have no regards for black people. You don't even have regards for black people that's in the military. You love the military and the army so much. You don't even have regard for people like that. That is so fucked up. Because remember the black man who got pulled over and I think he got killed or he has got put in jail or whatever, falsely arrested, at that gas station. And he was in his uniform. I'm so tired of hearing about shit like this. I really am. I'm so tired of black mothers having to bury their kids before them. Like, parents should not have to bury their kids for any reason. But unfortunately, it does happen. And it's even more messed up when it's at the hands of the people that's supposed to protect us. I can't stand it. Moving on from that. Shawnee. So Shawnee and her husband, Pastor Henderson, they was on Tamron Hall show, whatever. A clip came out about him, he was trying to do praise and worship or whatever. And he was, this lady was just, I'm sorry, it was funny to me. It was funny to me because I said, why is she doing this? See, let me just tell y'all this. I'm sorry. I know people be like, they be inflamed in the spirit and all this stuff and they get the Holy Ghost or whatever. Shit like that to make me laugh. And that's so, because I didn't grow up in the church. And every time I see that, it just makes me feel like, really, you really putting on. So on the one hand, when he shushed her and he said, stop it. He shushed her, stop it. I said, oh my God. First of all, I said, well, shit, bitch, I kind of understand because she was doing a lot. But at the same time, I said, no, I'm pretty sure people ain't going to like this because you passed it. And what if she really is feeling the spirit? And how can you interrupt that and tell her to stop? But she stopped on cue, okay? But then he was on the show and he said, yeah, we've been dealing with that for 4 years now. You know what I'm saying? And they've already talked to her about it. So, I mean, if it's something that she keeps on doing, maybe y'all need to really have a sit down and ask her why she keep doing it. Okay? Or maybe y'all probably gonna have to tell her to find a new church. I don't know. How did y'all feel about it? I'm not a church person. I could see both sides. You know what I'm saying? But then we get into this conversation. I don't know if it was on Tamron Hall or something else. But Shani had revealed that she wasn't ever in love with Shaq. She don't think she ever either loved him or was in love with him. And people were so confused, and I was so confused as to why people were confused on the internet as to her saying that she was never in love with him, or she, didn't have feelings for him like that. And I'm like, they was like, I mean, you have 5 kids by this man and you never loved him, or you never was in love with him? How was that possible? What? How many times have y'all seen somebody hooked up with somebody to trap them? I'm not saying that Shani did this, okay? That's not what I'm saying. I'm just giving examples to show different variations of how you can have a kid and stay with a person and you don't really love them. And it ain't love at all. You could like them. You could tolerate them. Hell, your grandparents. Half of y'all watching, y'all grandparents or great grandparents, they stayed together not because of love, but because they needed to. You know what I'm saying? They had kids because they needed to, or they was bored and they had nothing else to do. You know what I'm saying? Or economic wise, it was best economically for grandma to stay with granddaddy and do what he say, have the kids and all that stuff and keep the house. That's it. We see it happening every fucking day where we see people getting together with somebody because financially this person is stable, and hey, they got money. Let me kick it with you, have a couple of kids with you so I can still get that money regardless of if we together or not. We've seen that. So I don't understand why people are so confused. Sometimes people get together out of convenience. Sometimes people get together because they were in love, or sometimes they get together because they thought they were in love and they never really were in love, and they got the feeling of being in lust, or the idea of being in love with being in a relationship, not necessarily the person, or being in love with the fact that they are in a marriage and they want to get married so bad, so they just go with whoever, or they're in love with the celebrity and the lifestyle that comes with it. This is not a foreign concept. So I was really confused as to how people was confused how Shani could say that she probably wasn't in love with Shaq. But then you have to understand that Shaq, who also came out and said, it's okay, I understand, because I probably wouldn't be able to love me too with all the mess that I was doing back in the day as well. He has been on a whole tour for over a year or so, basically backing up the stuff that Shani has been saying. That he was a terrible husband. A terrible husband. Best link up. Anyway. And I was just like, he put it out there. He was a cheater. And he wasn't the best. Okay, so why is it so confusing? I'm just, I don't understand. But hey, shout out to y'all though. Ricky Smiley and Brian McKnight, Tyrese and Brian McKnight's sons, Nico. All I'm gonna say, for real, I want to say, Tyrese, just mind your damn business. Like you told Ricky to mind his business, practically told us to mind our business. But let me tell you something. We can't keep on telling these people, y'all can't keep telling us to mind our business or whatever when y'all put this shit out publicly. Okay? You don't want nobody to say nothing publicly about it. I'm gonna need y'all to, okay, don't bring it to the public. Because once it's to the public, everybody and their mama can talk about it, okay? It's no longer a private matter. Now, see, Brian McKnight brought this shit to the forefront, all right? Talking about the kids was evil, products of sin and all that stuff. Well, you the sinner, okay? So they came from you. You are the sin. You know what I'm saying? If you want to talk about it, let's talk about it. Ricky Smiley, all he did was come out, and I didn't even watch the whole video, but the gist of it was he was offering support to Brian McKnight's children. After hearing what he said, calling them evil and a product of sin, he offered support and said, you always got people out here in Alabama at the radio station or whatever that's going to be here for you if you need anything, right? Nothing was wrong with that. He did not come down on Brian McKnight. From what I've heard, he didn't say nothing negatively about him or whatever. He just offered support and said, if you need somebody, we are here. You are loved. You know what I'm saying? And I respect Ricky Smiley for doing that. From what I've seen, maybe I haven't been looking elsewhere, but he's like the only celebrity or, person in the entertainment industry that be around all these people that have come out and offer support to his children and said something like that, And I think that's very big of him. And we also have to understand Ricky Smiley's still probably in the grief process. He literally lost his son probably last year. Last year, right? Yeah. So he probably thinking about the fact that he had issue with his kids, his son, and he don't want it to be too late for these kids to understand that you do have people that's in your life that actually love you. And I remember when the way he had to figure out his relationship with his older son, and now that he's no longer here, I'm pretty sure he's feeling a lot. And so he's in that mode of wanting to be somebody's want to care for people and these kids and seeing that they're hurting. You know what I'm saying? Because he probably seeing that going back in his mind and realizing my son probably was hurting because I probably didn't do what he needed me to do or whatever. And maybe I can make that up. I won't ever be able to make that up, but I can still be there for somebody else. You know what I'm saying? That's a lesson learned. But also, it's the human side of you. You hear somebody saying some shit like this about their kids and you don't even see nothing that the kids are saying. And to even warrant all this, to go this deep, yeah, ain't nothing wrong with what Ricky said. But then here comes Tyrese. Tyrese is always on the wrong side of things. Tyrese always want to put his 2 cents into something. Granted, we putting our 2 cents in, but see, he wants to put his 2 cents in on the wrong side. We have never really seen him come out and be on the right side of things and call a person out that has done something wrong. He basically gets on the camera and put it up there saying, Ricky Smiley just needs to mind his own business because you don't know what's going on in people's household or whatever. Parents have issues with the kids and the kids could be doing this and the kids could be doing... Bitch, can we hold Brian McKnight responsible for any... accountable? That's what we want. That's what we see. Okay? And, it just pissed me off with him because Tyrese used to be that nigga to me. And I don't understand how far he got and how did he get this way. It hurts so bad. I was like, oh my God, who hurt you? And why didn't you come talk to me first? Okay, I could have helped you. God damn. I just don't understand. Nico came out and he basically was like, you used to sleep underneath our pool table. I said, God damn, he couldn't even say that, he gonna say, wait a minute, I be with this man. I don't be asking him about his life with his kids and what's going on. Okay, we didn't ask you that. And we didn't say you had to. So what did you tell us that for? Nico said your ass was at our house sleeping underneath our pool table. I said, damn, you couldn't even get the guest bedroom? Wow, the pool table like the dog? I said, what? He said, you know what, this 90s R&B brotherhood that y'all got, you up here talking about other people's stuff and butting your nose in other people's business when you got your own business that you need to take care of and fix your own shit with your own kids, okay? That you done fucked up because you got control and too much of the 2 P's, power and pussy. I said, goddamn, Nico. Nico said, bitch, I'm on this motherfucking chemo. And at this point, anybody can get it. I said, that's right. That's right. He said, you know what, let me finish this chemo before I let it fade off on Jody. All right. I said, not Jody, baby boy. That's exactly who he be acting like. Just childish. I just need Tyrese to mind his business at this point. You want us to mind our business and you don't want us to say nothing or want anybody else to say anything about what's going on in these people that households and all that stuff. Tell them to stop making it public, for one. And why don't you just be quiet and worry about what's going on in yours? You over here suing your ex-wife or your ex-wife suing you. You trying to get money from this one. Your kids probably don't even fuck with you like that. I don't know. You need to worry about that. Get the meds regulated because something ain't right. Moving on from that, former NBA star Glenn Big Baby Davis got sentenced to 40 months in prison for his November conviction. He got convicted of scheming the league's healthcare benefit plan. He was found guilty of healthcare fraud, wire fraud, conspiracy to make false statement, and conspiracy to commit healthcare and wire fraud. Now, honestly, this was a whole ring that had like 20 people going and doing all of this stuff, and a whole bunch of them got found guilty. Here's my thing. I gotta go back and really research because I remember this story, but it's kind of fucked up that he would have to do this, and I just want to know, like, did he do this just because he didn't have any health care? And the way that the healthcare out here in the United States of these Americas is set up, it's just so messed up, and that's why you got people committing fraud and shit about it. So sometimes when I hear stuff about, healthcare fraud, if they need it because it's beneficial to them and they just can't get access, sometimes I don't feel bad about it. Because it should be easily accessible, but it ain't, So, well, he got to spend 40 years. Well, no, not 40 years. I ain't going to put that on that man like that. He got to spend 40 months in jail. So what is that, 3 years and 4 months? He'll probably do. Is that federal? Well, he going to prison. I don't know if it's federal. Because don't you know, like, federal, you gotta do at least like 80-90% of the time, right? Y'all saw them pictures of British. She was out there posing, British William. I was like, oh my God, they posing like they finna go to the club. She looked totally different. She looked kind of older too. I was like, that's British? Okay. But anyway, Kamora Lee Simmons. At this point, I don't want to hear nothing else from the Simmons family, because y'all about to get on my nerves. And I'm talking about Kamora and the kids. Well, Aoki. Kamora came out talking about something. She was a little bit embarrassed. She was a little bit embarrassed about all of the shit that came out about her daughter, seeing her daughter kissing that old ass man. And she was like, I don't think she was hiding anything. I was just like, you know me, it is what it is, honey. Come on, let's go. Mama got your back. NDA coming. Baby, shut the fuck up. Girl, I really thought you was finna come out and say, I saw what it was. I was embarrassed because I didn't raise her to do anything like that. And then I still would have been like, girl, you are the example because look who you are. But she said, girl, she's young, she pretty, and we oftentimes don't think about the toes that we kiss. So you calling that man a toad? I was like, And then it got broadcasted and she said she believed it was a setup. Girl, wasn't nobody setting her ass up. She even got on her Instagram live or whatever she was on, and she put that video up of them going shopping, and we heard the man's voice. From his voice alone and seeing his arm, we could tell that he was older. Okay, but it is what it is. It's kind of fucked up that you ain't come out and say, I'm not really here for that, because you kind of are. You know what I'm saying? And then here come Aoki Lee on her Instagram. They said shared a cryptic post about conditioning after her mama said that, she was embarrassed by them photos. She said, good girl conditioning sends a clear message. Don't be too much or want too much. It's why so many women tolerate misery. May we teach young girls to say no clearly and to disappoint people regularly. May we free her from the generational cycle of being polite and easy. I don't know what that means. I don't know if she's trying to take a jab at her mom, but I need them to go to counseling. At this point, my answer to everything is y'all need to take y'all asses to fucking therapy, okay? Because this is a lot. Speaking of, the whole situation about that guy who let the teacher who let the kids take down his hair, I'm going to tell y'all this, and this is my honest opinion. I really felt like y'all made a big deal out of it. And this is from a person that does not have kids but can understand how and why parents could possibly feel a type of way. Because it's like, we do live in this age, in this day, where sometimes we send our kids to a person and they supposed to be protecting them, they supposed to be teaching them, And it's a possibility that they can prey upon them. And I understand that. We've seen so many kids be taken advantage of by adults that's supposed to be in their life, looking after them and helping them out. And we see them being sexual praise and all that stuff, right? And I think that because of that going on so much in this world, that people, when they saw that video, it automatically, besides the fact that I can understand what people say, oh, it's inappropriate because it's unprofessional. Okay, I'll give you that. But to automatically sexualize that, I didn't see any sexual activities or sexual chemistry or anything like that. He literally said it was 10 minutes before the day was over and they wanted to take down his hair. He allowed them. My whole thing was, I feel like the woman that posted this video on Twitter knew exactly what she was doing, knew exactly what she was starting, and it didn't have to be. I hope he learned from this, because I know it was going around saying that he got fired. He didn't get fired, because again, what people don't understand is, I know he got on camera and he was crying about the support that he was getting from his kids and his former students and all that stuff, and the parents, because what people fail to understand or fail to bypass or whatever, or want to clearly bypass, is that he got permission from the school. The school knows that he put these TikTok videos up. The parents know that he put these TikTok videos up. The parents give permission for their children to be in these TikTok videos. So whether or not we agree with what he did, the parents didn't see no problem with it. So that should be the end of discussion. It should never came over here. Honestly, it should never came onto the internet. I can be fair about that. We have to understand that everything don't need to be posted, because everybody is not going to take it the way that you are taking it. Even if you're trying to say that you're doing this on the up and up, there's going to be that one handful of people that's going to say, turn it into a negative and make it think that you're trying to be a predator. Or this is how this person started off being all nice, and next thing you know, we find out that this person was preying on the students. We've seen that happen. So it's best not to put yourself in a situation like this where you can be judged or misjudged. You know what I'm saying? So yes, he was wrong in the sense of filming his kids, putting it on the internet, even if he got permission. He got permission. The kids love him. The parents love him. A lot of people was in support of him that go to that school, that work there, that have had him as teachers and all that stuff. He's a good teacher. You know what I'm saying? And we don't have too many male teachers out here. And that would be a disservice trying to get him out to school or whatever. I don't know. I seen something. Somebody was saying that he did something where he was preying on a little girl or something. I didn't even see that. And if that's the case, they need to look into that. That he did a video, a TikTok video or something like that. But they need to look into that too. But my whole thing is, we live in this day and age of social media, right? Everybody wants to go viral for something, because everybody and their mama wants to be famous in some way, somehow. They want some level of attention. I'm guilty of it. I don't want to be famous. Okay. I want opportunities. You know what I'm saying? I want a little bit of access, you know, but my goal ain't to be famous, and I'm not in a rush to get it. You know what I'm saying? Do I feel some type of way when I see that other people who just start off, you know, are getting places further than I have, and I've been here for a while? Yes, that's natural. But at the same time, I'm not willing to compromise myself to try to get there. You know what I'm saying? I just let things take their course. But you have people that's going to do any and everything that they want and they have to, or that they feel they have to, just to get a little piece of attention. And then sometimes that can work out in your favor. And in this case, it can backfire on you. I do feel a way about people who use kids as their content to get attention. Because sometimes even the cutest shit, even the most wholesome stuff that we see that they post, we don't know what went on behind the scenes for them to get that. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes once the cameras is off. Case in point, we see that with these mommy bloggers and stuff like that. I know y'all heard of the Ruby Frankie and that whole situation, the 8 passenger stuff, how she was starving them kids and all that, and beating them, and you know, well, I don't know if she was beating them, but you know, having them locked up. They was emaciated and everything like that, and now she in jail. That's child abuse. Made a whole platform and was had millions of subscribers, and them kids was fucking in being abused. We've seen there's been so many cases of people who got famous on YouTube, or got a lot of popularity, I should say, on YouTube, and then kind of find out they were the kids that was being in these videos, whatever, were being abused. You know what I'm saying? And especially if they're not your kids and you're using them for content too. That does feel away. I do like seeing positive videos of kids. I'm not going to lie, you know, in the interaction with adults or whatever, when it's cute, when it's positive. But again, also in the back of my mind, it's like, we don't know what exactly, is this organic or was this staged? Were they forced? We don't know. But I do feel as though we need to crack down, the people need to crack down on a lot of these kids being filmed, right? And again, you don't need to put everything on camera, and you don't need to post everything, because again, you have to understand that we live in a world where even though you may have good intentions, people may think that no, it must be otherwise because of all of the negativity and all of the bullshit that has been going on. We've had so many stories about these teachers fucking around with these kids and, you know, all of that shit. And so people are cautious. And so I understand why people automatically went to, you know, sexualizing the situation because of the things that we've seen. And it makes people cautious. It makes people doubtful. I honestly didn't see the sexual aspect of it. I thought it was an innocent video because I've seen plenty of videos, even prior to this and prior to the ones that they put on the internet to show examples of, you know, the teachers being in the kids' space and the kids being in the teacher's space, and it be wholesome. You know what I'm saying? Playing in hairs, the teachers doing the kids' hairs, and vice versa. I've seen it all. I be on TikTok like all the goddamn time these days. So that's why I didn't think nothing of it. Until this day, I don't. I do feel as though that he didn't learn his lesson though, because if you getting up here putting up a video, you crying and reading letters, like I would have just changed course. Change course. You could still put up your videos, but you ain't gotta, come on. You could have at least gave a break. You could have just set this out for a little bit. Give yourself some time. Let this shit die down. No, you just get back on camera. And my thing is, people like, well, why did he have all the women students? Do you see? Naturally, women are the ones that want to do the hair. The girls are the one that want to do hair. So that's why they probably was up there. I'm pretty sure he didn't force them. They asked him. He said, cool, you know. And if you go through his TikTok, he does a lot of stuff with all of his students, male and female. You know what I'm saying? Male and girl. So it's not just because he singled out these girls. You know what I'm saying? But if it was a female teacher, a woman teacher, and it was all girls doing it, y'all wouldn't have no problem with it. Even though them bitches be predators too. Okay, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But yeah, maybe this is one of those situations where y'all just got to reevaluate things and be careful what the fuck you post, because everybody ain't gonna take it the way that you want them to. You got to remember that, okay? You got to remember that. Moving on from that, Andy Cohen, he been in such a mess. They been trying to get Andy Cohen ass out of here, and he ain't going nowhere. Girl, Brandy Glanville tried to sue his ass, or tried to call him out, accused him of sexual harassment and all that stuff. Leah McSweeney tried to accuse Bravo and them of forcing them to drink and not caring about people's sobriety and all that stuff, and using cocaine and all that or whatever. Baby, the higher ups then cleared them on that shit. Do I feel like what some of the stuff they were saying was true? Absolutely. Absolutely. But at the end of the day, I feel like with the Leah McSweeney, girl, I don't understand. Like, you can't just say no to alcohol. Is it somebody pouring it down your throat? You don't need the money, so I'm confused. Y'all tell me how y'all felt about that whole situation. And I don't know if y'all watched The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, but PK and Dorit announced that their separation after 9 years of being married. Let me tell you something. Nobody is surprised by this. When The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills was about to come back on last season, it was rumors coming out saying that they were on the verge of divorce. I remember that clip from the BravoCon when Erica got up there, they had asked who was the next couple to be heading to the chopping block, like to the divorce. And she literally said PK and Dorit. You know what I'm saying? And even though she said she was just saying that just to say that, baby, she spoke some shit into existence because she knew something probably that we didn't. But if you were to watch the last season and you watch the way that PK was with Dorit, baby, I really feel like he's over her. And he was exhausted with her ass. He didn't want to be around her. He was forever in London. I wouldn't be surprised if he had a little thing out there in London. You know what I'm saying? I did not like the way that he was reacting to her PTSD after getting robbed. Whether you want to believe it or not, that happened or not, it's still a little questionable. But hey, that's her experience. That's what she said happened. At least you could do is be there and understand, you know, trauma and trauma responses and all that stuff. It don't have no time limit when you're supposed to get over it. Okay? I just didn't like the way he handled that. But if you watched it, girl, it was a total disconnect between them. And I couldn't tell if it was real or fake. And even now, people don't know if this is real or fake or if this is just for a storyline because they felt like Dorit was on the chopping block. You know, because she really didn't have no storyline last season. So, hey. I mean, what the fuck? Dorit is from Connecticut, right? Connecticut, right? That accent of hers, it's like 15 different European accents put together. Like, bitch, pick one and keep it. You were born here. What the fuck is going on? That shit has always bothered me about Dorit. But yeah, moving on from that, congratulations to Hailey Bieber and Justin Bieber. They are expecting their first child together. Baby, what the fuck is going on with Justin? Justin just don't look like himself anymore. He just looked like he been going through some things, like psychologically things ain't all together. Like, I don't know if it's depression or something, but I just don't know. And this has been going on for the past couple of years. I've been seeing him like that. And then when he posted that video, not video, but picture of him crying with the tear coming down. What is going on? I hope the baby is okay. I hope they doing good together. I don't know. Moving on from that, Jaleel White is he's married. He's married to his longtime girlfriend, who is a sports tech executive, Nicoletta Ruhl, Ruhl. They got married on my sister's birthday. Oh, okay. Now see, Jaleel White, if y'all don't know, that's Urkel. Okay, Steve Urkel. The only thing of it is, people was like, should have known. I said, yes, you should have known. Because he got married to a white woman. Honestly, why are you confused? Why are you surprised? I'm pretty sure this is all that he dates anyway, or the majority of the preference that he has is a white woman. And I'm pretty sure, I think they said that his children or his child is, the mother is white. So it fits the pattern. But at the same time, I feel like people are more not necessarily concerned about the fact that she's a white woman. It's just that she's facially challenged a little bit. She's a little harsh. Okay, that's it. Congratulations. Cardi B got herself in some trouble a little bit because she was on the red carpet of the Met Gala, or whatever color the carpet is, and people, they was interviewing her, and they was asking who was the designer of her dress, and she said they're Asian and everything. And the former managing director of Vogue, Gilbert Chi or whatever, basically said, for the record and recognition and no thanks to Cardi B, the designer of her gown is Sinsen Lee, who's Chinese. The gown took 2 months to make, and I personally think it's boring and not even on theme, but she chose it and should have at least remembered his name and not just that he's Asian. She basically, and here's the thing, I'm so sorry, y'all. I don't know what's in my mouth. She got on Instagram Live, or she did a video or whatever, and she posted it, and basically came for this dude's throat because you trying to make it seem as if she said something wrong. And I understood completely what she was saying. She basically said she was so nervous and anxiety and all that stuff. Everything was just, it was a lot that was going on. So she forgot how to pronounce the designer's name. She did know that he was an Asian guy of Asian descent. But she did not want to get up there and say, oh, he's Japanese, or oh, he's Vietnamese, or he's Korean, and that not be the case. We know people get in their feelings, like we see it. Call a Puerto Rican Mexican. Call a Dominican Colombian. Call them something like that. Oh, people get up in their feelings. You know what I'm saying? And so she was like, I just called him Asian because I knew he was of Asian descent. So therefore, that's just what it was. It wasn't no offense. And I understood exactly where she was coming from. And I don't think she was trying to offend nobody. I don't even think that the designer was offended. So it is what it is. And speaking of the Met Gala, girl, it was boring. From the shit that I saw, it only at 1%. Girl, what? It's been on the charger this whole time and it's only on 1%. The freak? Okay. But anyway, I don't even care about it, girl. All I know is Queen Latifah and her wife, her partner, her wife, Ebony, they was on the carpet together. I said, yes, I was here for it. I was so here for it. It's beautiful. I think this was like the first time that they were out together at a major event since she came out. And actually acknowledged him at that awards show. I forget which one it was, but she did mention him in her speech. And it's like the first major event that they went to that they came hand to hand. They was holding hands on the carpet and everything. They was dressed alike and everything. I said, oh, that is so cute. I don't know what the fuck the theme was. The theme was one thing. The outfit was another thing. And everybody else came dressed as something else. I don't know who the hell dressed Serena Williams. Tell them never again. I want her to fire them people because they literally threw her in some gold foil paper. That's it. And said, go about your merry way. I was so confused. Why do they be fucking her up like that? And why don't she be like, okay, I can get away with this? No. You got a body on you that can fit. She make me mad. And you want to know who else make me mad? And I love me some Serena. But girl, get some black folks on your team because it feel like white people are dressing you. Unseasoned white people. I had to clear that up. Because some of the whites, they got some flavor to them. Okay? They know what they be doing. But I don't know who the fuck is doing this. And if I find out it's somebody of color, I'm going to be really pissed. But anyway, Kim Kardashian, girlfriend, I can't even say if the dress was cute or not. Because I just didn't like what I saw. What I saw, or barely saw, was that goddamn waist. Now hold up before you come for me, bitch. I got a big ass waist, okay? Big back up in this bitch. Okay, it's slimming. Lost 10 pounds, alright? But baby, unbuckle that goddamn harness. I know they say beauty is pain, but you took it a little bit to the extreme, okay? I don't know what was the reason for having that corset. And it's one thing to have a corset on, and it's another thing for you to tighten that bitch up to the point where your lungs are touching each other. Your lungs, your kidney, your liver, your pancreas are all touching your heart. Okay? I just don't. And your bladder is touching your stomach, and it's all touching your throat. I just don't understand what was the point of it. I mean, I understand you want a little snatch waist. Your waist is already small enough. If you ask me, you want to put a little corset on, tighten it up just slightly. Bitch, not tighten it up so that the ends meet on the same size and they be like this and it look like you ain't even put it on. The corset look as small as it did when you out of it. Like, I'm so confused. Mama could not breathe for nothing. She could barely fucking walk, bitch. She could barely fucking walk. That video that they kept showing when she was trying to turn to the cameras and she had that jacket or shawl on, sweater jacket on, and she was like this. I said, girl, she about to pass out. She was trying to take a breath and she couldn't. She couldn't. And then the video of her trying to walk up them steps. Girl, I know once she got up in that car, they was getting ready to go home or probably going to the after party. Baby, she said, cut this shit off. Cut this shit off. And I know she must have sat back like this. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Because what the fuck? What the fuck? I could just see the corset coming off and her body just going like this. Like breath. This is what air feels like. Oh my God, we're not touching anymore. You're back to where you used to be. Girl, you're rearranging your organs like that. That is not good for the sake of a couple of hours. Girl, please, please. What's her name? Whoopi Goldberg, she got a new book coming out, and basically she was talking about the fact that back in the 80s, in her beginning of her career, she used to be a cocaine addict. And it had got so bad. She said one time it got so bad that she was up in her hotel room and she was doing it and she was sniffing and all that stuff. And I think she must have passed out or whatever. The housekeeper came in, saw her ass on the floor. She screamed, "Ah! Oh my God, Miss Cooper, are you okay?" You know, she was really scared because next thing you know, Whoopi popped her head up and she had a whole face full of cocaine on it. I said, God damn, Whoopi. She said it got to a point where at one point I was hacked up in the closet for like 2 days. I said, ooh, take that shit away. Take that shit away. You know, I love it when a person can do their memoirs and they want to be all in the open and they be telling us all this stuff. And I be like, yo, you mean to tell me? It explains a lot. But honestly, a lot of them people back, listen, at this point, when an older entertainer, whether it's music, whether it's actors or sports star, whatever, when they come out and they say that, listen, in the early parts of my career, I used to do this and I used to be this type of drug, that type of drug. I used to be an alcoholic, baby. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. They just give me a feel. I feel like everybody and their mama was on drugs back then. I really do. Some way, somehow, some type. But anyway, moving on from that. Oh, Britney Spears, girl, I be trying to be on this girl's side. And I be trying to make up excuses and be like, you know what? Mama acting out because they had her locked up for years. For years. So now she just doing her own thing. And at this point, she need a fucking guardian. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Because now she got a new boyfriend. I said, bitch, where the fuck this one come from? The last time I heard about her with a man is she got divorced from her husband. That was the only man that I remember. Girl, next thing you know, she got this new boyfriend named Paul Richard Solis. Basically, he was hired for a housekeeper type position at her house, and the business relationship turned romantic. They be kicking it together. The ex-wife, or the wife that's still the wife, I think, or no, the ex-wife, she came out and said that motherfucker got 9 kids that he don't even fucking take care of, and I got 5 of his kids. I said, oh, he don't pay no child support. He on probation. He got a criminal record and all this. I said, get him away from her. All right, get him away from her, because wasn't it earlier in the news that they had gotten to it and the ambulance was coming over there to her house and we seen her walking out the house disheveled and everything? Get him away from her, okay? Like, I just don't see 10 kids. He has 10 kids and doesn't support any of them. They got a 1-year-old together. He doesn't even pay attention to that one. He was ordered to pay $1,167 per month in child support starting May 1st, 2024, plus 50% of the healthcare costs for his other kids, Tristan, Dylan, and Violet. Baby, he ain't paying shit. They say that he only earns $2,773 a month. What? And he needs to go get an extra job or 2 a month. I thought that was every 2 weeks or a week. A month? You don't even get $3,000 a month? Damn. I wonder why you fucking with Britney. Britney, please don't. I don't want him to take advantage of her. I really don't. I don't. Oh, just go from worse to worse. And let this be a case. I'm gonna talk about this real quick. Chris Gilbert, Shreveport, Louisiana. He was a doctorate student or something like that, trying to become a doctor. And it was at this restaurant. It's on a lake. And he got pushed into the water. And at first, I think somebody said that he slipped into the water. And then they kind of found out, because there was video too, that he was with a group of friends. And one of the girls that was in the group, a white girl, pushed his black man into the water, knowing that he couldn't swim. He was underwater for 10 minutes. They did absolutely nothing. Okay? Somebody was about to do something, and then they just said, fuck that. And somebody from the restaurant jumped in and tried to help him and pull him up. It left him a little bit of brain damaged. You know, he was on life support. But thankfully for them, they better be fucking glad that he survived that. And he looking to go home soon, but I think he was in a coma or something for like a couple of weeks. Either fucking way, you got to be careful who the fuck your friends are, or who the people you call friends. Because ain't no way in hell you gon'... I would never do that. I hate looking at videos like that, though. I see men throwing women in pools and off boats and stuff like that. That is so dangerous. That is so dangerous, and I don't find that funny at all. That be pissing me off. Anyway, moving on from that, the Lovers and Friends Festival, I hope nobody that was watching me had tickets. When I'm sorry. That came down to girl, it just seemed like a scam. Okay, I know people saying I went last year and it was good and it's girl, I don't give a fuck. It just feels scammy. All the way from the way that it was presented. And then when they said that it was canceled due to weather, understandable. Okay, my sisters are back home. You know, that was understandable or whatever, but it just felt like, I don't know, when they said you can go to the website to get the refund, the website didn't even look like a real website, girl. And then from what I heard, it really wasn't that much bad weather. They still could have had the thing, but I mean, I guess it's better to be safe than sorry, because it was like a wind thing or whatever. Because it has been it's been quite windy lately, I ain't gonna lie. But all right. Sukihana and JT, I don't even give a damn. That is the most pointless fucking beef that's going on. JT put out a song, okay, and Sukihana took to the internet because she said the people were trying to tell me that you was dissing me up in the song. Now I'm trying to say that it really wasn't me. I don't think it was me, because we ain't had no beef and we ain't had no issues, and I support you and all that stuff. Woo woo. So I just want you to come out and clear that up. Okay, JT ain't say nothing about it, and until like the following weekend. And according to JT, she said she just wanted to say something because the fact that she wants some clout, and she was waiting for, I guess, the week to go past to total up the numbers for her single, so that Suki won't get no clout off of that. Use that to try to get a song out and get some strings off of that. I don't know, okay? But what JT said kind of made sense, but at the same time, because JT didn't answer her quick enough, Suki was throwing subs at her, calling her cokehead and all that stuff, whatever. So then all of a sudden, JT comes back and she just throwing all the jabs at her. And I mean, she was adding the bitch and everything. I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, you know, people real bold behind the keyboard. And this kept going on and kept going on. Suki wasn't even responding. Okay, next thing you know, I think she did respond. But then all of a sudden, she put out a diss track called Cocaine. Did I listen to the shit? Absolutely fucking not, because I'm not interested. I just wanted to give y'all the gist of it. Baby, we do not care. Moving on from that. Shakira is off the hook for that money that she owed. The taxes up in Spain. Girl, I know she glad about that. But, I don't even care about that. I really don't. I really don't. Woo! I'm about to watch Never Ever Meet or Never Ever Met. The Never Ever's Met or something like that. I'm about to watch that and see what's that about. That's about them people, you know, see what it's given. Because it's about those people that be up in these long distance relationships and they never met in person before. And it's their first time meeting. Some of them been in there. Bitch, one thing about it, two things for sure. We could be in a long distance relationship up to a year. I give you a year before we meet, bitch. And truth be told, that's still a little bit too long. That's me being real lenient. Ain't never gonna be no way in hell I'm finna be up in a relationship with you long distance and I ain't never met you in 15, 10, 5 years, fuck that. We're just friends at that point, okay? We're text buddies. We're not in a relationship. I just want you to know that. I just want you to know that, because if you ain't got no plans of meeting, then we ain't got no plans of making this really, then it ain't official to me. It ain't official to me. I'm not gonna call you my girl. Fuck that. I'm sorry. Did I say something wrong? Absolutely not. But anyway, thank you guys for holding it in there for me and understanding that, you know, I was on vacation, bitch, and I couldn't get y'all the stuff that I want to. Because listen, I'm the type of person that want to, you know, have a good time. And honestly, I had such a good time. Like, this is the first vacation in a long time that I actually went on vacation and I came back feeling good. Like, I literally had to go to work this morning and I had to wake up early this morning. I had no trouble waking up early this morning. I was not even tired at work, and I'm not tired now. You know what I'm saying? So, yes. Refresh. Hopefully everything goes back to business and back to schedule. You know, hopefully either between today and tomorrow, you will get a couple of more videos. The Love After Lockup, Love During Lockup video might be up tonight. Or it could be up tomorrow. Never know. But also, The Shy is back. So I have to watch that, and yes, I'm going to continue to review that. And shout out to them, they got renewed for season 7. I don't know where it's going to go, but shout out to them. I'm going to still be there. I'm going to still stick it out with them, you know what I'm saying? And I saw the season finale of BMF. I don't know what happened this season. Last season was good for the most part. It kept me entertained. I don't know, this season, it wasn't totally bad, but it just felt like it was missing something. I need a new villain, you know? I'm not going to give away the finale because I don't know how many people watch and I don't know how many people have watched it yet. But I was satisfied with one aspect of it. But at the same time, I was just like, I need them to get Lamar cleaned up. And I need them to bring him back on his villain shit, because he was the only formidable opponent that they had that could actually go toe-to-toe with him. You know what I'm saying? And that's really all that I can. Lil Meech gotta go get some acting classes, okay? That's just it. That's just it. But, oh, excuse me. You guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. Happy Mother's Day to everybody who are mothers out there, who are godmothers, who are, you know, taking the place of somebody, being their mother. You know, I really hope y'all enjoy y'all Sunday, enjoy y'all day. I really hope y'all receive the love that y'all deserve, and I hope that you get it throughout the year and not just this day, okay? Y'all be safe, be in love, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.